Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Kayleerademaker and I'm an INFJ 9-wing 1. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video where I take you with me today, just a day in the life. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I recently have become a mom. I have a baby who's about 4 months old now. And so, yeah, I'm just going to show you kind of how I stay productive. I hope you will enjoy this video today where I might be able to help you learn some new tips and tricks that might help you stay productive during your 9 days as well. Thank you for watching. Let's get into the video. Most mornings go something like this. Catherine wakes up. We get changed, our clothes and diaper, and she eats. Then I check my emails and get all my appointments lined up for the day. We play and hang out for a little while. Then I take the dog out to go pee, check the weather, and get him some water and some food. Other than playing with Catherine, most of these things I just do on autopilot. I don't really think about doing them. I just kind of do them. Next, we go upstairs, and I usually have a cup of tea at night, and if I don't feel like taking the cup all the way upstairs to the kitchen when I'm done with it, I'll leave it on the step to take it in the morning. So since Catherine and the dog have already eaten, she hangs out in her chair while I get started on breakfast and coffee. I don't always have breakfast, but I always have tea or coffee. Hot drinks are my go-to. Cooking is something that I can enjoy, but I don't always enjoy. And first thing in the morning, I don't always feel like it. So, this is a breakfast that I know that I like, so I make this pretty often when I make myself something. I am missing a piece to my coffee maker that I just now ordered. Don't worry, it's coming in the mail. But this is how I've been making my coffee for a while now, and it's basically like a very makeshift French press, I suppose, but it works. One thing that I have benefited from with knowing the Enneagram is oftentimes I feel like everyone else has this drive and desire that's pushing them, and I don't. And I could very easily just let myself wait until I feel motivated. But with the Enneagram, I can recognize that feeling might not ever really come without me pushing myself to kind of cultivate it. So that's what I do now, and I'm better off because of it. Now, with the knowledge of the Enneagram, I'm so much more free and aware of myself, and I can see when my personality is lying to me of trying to choose maybe immediate comforts over long-term goals. And so learning to not be content with the things that I don't need to be content with, that all it takes is a little bit of action on my part to improve. And instead of trying to eradicate my flaws, I can work around them in a more productive way. Then Catherine and I go downstairs, and she gets in her little baby jumper, and I check to make sure that the propane heat is on. Now, a goal of mine is to read more books, and so I'm reading while I eat, and of course I'm going to start with the book that my friend loaned me because there's kind of a time crunch on it. Then Catherine eats, and I need to get dressed for the day. If I don't get dressed for the day, I kind of feel like it's impossible to get anything else done. And looking put together helps me feel more comfortable and just better. So then Catherine gets changed and she needs to eat again. Then she's out for her nap, and it's time for me to do some laundry. I try to do a load every day Otherwise, it will pile up and it becomes this impossible task. So even if it's just the clothes that I wore that day, then that's what's going in the laundry. So now it is time for me to do some appointments and meet with some people over Zoom. And if I'm doing a lot of appointments back to back, Catherine will hang out with Granny, but she'll be okay taking her nap today. All right, and I have finished with my appointments, so now it is time to get Catherine up because we have to go. I was supposed to have a piano lesson today, but instead I have to go to the chiropractor. So I have to get Catherine up, and she's always so happy when she wakes up. I'm going to try to make something really quickly and eat it before we have to go. And yeah, got to get the body in a good state in order to feel good about life. Making sure that my body feels well and capable is so important, because if my body doesn't feel capable and strong and good, then I don't feel like I'm capable or strong and good in anything else. I'll try to eat this really quick and take this coffee with me, get Catherine all ready to go. I noticed this footprint in the snow, I think belongs to my husband. Then we hit the road. I usually make phone calls in the car. I call my friends and catch up with them because as a 9, I don't always feel like it's the most important until I move to that 6 space, being afraid of losing those relationships. So I use my driving time to call. Once we're done with the chiropractor, since we're already out on the town, Catherine and I will go to try to find a dress for a tea party that I'm hosting. Having things like this is so important for me, something enjoyable to look forward to where I get a lot of other people involved and just have a good time. Catherine needs to be changed and eat, and I use this as a time to enjoy my surroundings. I get some baby snuggles, and then we head to the P.O. box. I get blinded by the sun, and then we are heading back home. So it is time to let the dog out again, and now that my husband is home, Catherine and him spend some time together, and I go upstairs and put my coffee thermos in the dishwasher, kind of slowly filling the dishwasher instead of letting there be dishes just accumulating. Now I'm just taking a quiet minute by myself, and I'm getting some cereal, the easiest snack in the world, and enjoying just a moment of silence and stillness. And when I have a long, loud, busy day, quiet, peaceful moments like these mean even more to me. We love going for walks every evening, so we get harnessed in and bundled up, and we go for a beautiful walk. Then I turn on the dryer before we go to fluff up the laundry so that it will be ready for me to fold that evening when we get back from our walk. Something I love about living in the mountains is that the beauty is immersive. Anywhere in the county that I go, I can always see the mountains, and it's just so refreshing to me. Next, Catherine needs to eat as soon as we get home, and she falls asleep, takes a nap, and it's time for me to make dinner. Cooking specifically is a task that I'm still working on figuring out how to do well. I can cook perfectly fine, but it's coming up with different or creative things that I like and my husband likes. It's not always my favorite, but I think this is one of the better examples of enjoying the process, because the final result might not come out wonderfully. So enjoying the process of cooking is so important. At different times in my life when I've been more on the unhealthy side of 9, enjoying the process was not really a thing. It was kind of like, how quickly can I get this over with? I want to go back to whatever it is I want to be doing, whether that thing be nothing. And now enjoying the process is like the whole thing. How can I do this in a more enjoyable way? Kind of taking an example from sevens a little bit of they enjoy what they do, and if they don't enjoy it, they don't necessarily do it. But they can add lots of fun and exciting twists in everyday life. So trying to do that and maybe putting a little bit more effort in actually will yield a way better result when that is not the natural inclination for nines. But that is something that the Enneagram has helped reveal. That maybe a little bit more time, effort, or prior planning can make a task that might be overwhelming or even miserable turn into something somewhat enjoyable. Now I look for groceries that have ingredients that make me excited to use them. And when I'm cooking, I clean while I cook. That way there's not this long process of cleaning when I'm done. I just keep a trash bag on the counter and throw my stuff away while I go, and oftentimes I'll do the dishes while my food is cooking. And this might not be a newsflash to anyone watching. This could just be me growing up and realizing some things on my own. And you already knew all about it. But in case there's the chance you didn't know, this has been such a help to me that I wanted to share it. When I started cooking, I made myself a cup of tea, and I'll just sip on that while I cook and try to get everything done kind of as quickly as possible. Now I load the dishwasher and clean up the sink while everything is finishing cooking. My food looking appetizing and kind of put together on the plate is also very important to me, so I try to organize it nicely. Then I light some candles and do the laundry while I eat because I can't ever just do one thing at a time. After I'm done eating, I'm putting some towels in the wash so that I can do them in the morning and feed Catherine again because, baby stuff. I take a shower, and this is something that I could very easily feel like is just a waste of time, but it is the middle of winter and my skin will get dry, so I put some lotion on my face despite feeling like it's a taxation and wasting my energy, but I know that it is worth it. And now I try to make up for not drinking enough water during the day by drinking it all right before bed. Then I take my cup of tea that I didn't finish, and not feeling like taking it all the way upstairs, I leave it on the step for the next morning. Then Josh will usually read for the both of us, and then we'll spend about 15 minutes or so praying, and then it is lights out for the Rademaker house. Well, kind of. So that is pretty much my typical day. I hope that this video was helpful, and if not helpful, at least entertaining. That's what I do in a day. I feel like I'm a lot more productive now, and I get everything done that I like to get done, and feel a lot more external motivation now that I've been able to find ways of maintaining internal motivation. So yes, I hope that this was helpful and maybe you saw a little bit of yourself in this kind of day in the life video. If you'd like to have an appointment, I would love to meet with you. Either contact me through email or through my website in the description box below. Although I don't post super frequently, I still do appointments very often. So I'd love to meet with you, love to talk with you, and get to know you. All right, bye.